begin by arriving on our mats, coming into a comfortable seated position, either on the sit bones, on the knees, wherever feels comfortable. And let's connect to the breath. Closing down the eyes, rolling the shoulders down the back, lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it all go. Allow that breath, that prana, that vital life force to really fill you up and energize you. Feel it warming through the nose, down the back of the throat, filling up the lungs, and all the way into the pit of the belly. And then exhaling all that energy back out, sending it out into the universe. Inhale. Exhale, open the mouth and let it all go. Inhale, raise the arms above you, hands come together, and then drag the thumbs down to your third eye, running them along the nose, across the lips, and down to your heart space. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Rubbing the hands over the eyes, over the eyebrows, over the temples, giving yourself a nice forehead massage and releasing any tension that you might be holding in the face. You can run the hands then down the face, down the neck, getting into any parts of the neck and the body that we often neglect and forget about. Should feel nice. Maybe gently rolling the head from side to side. And then bringing the elbows and the palms together in front of you. Inhale as you open up the arms like a cactus. And exhale, close and round the spine. Inhale, open. Invite that prana, that life force. Exhale, curl and round. Option to close down the eyes and really feel this movement in the body. Inhale, open. Accepting the universal energy. Exhale, close. Bringing the hands back to your heart space. Bring the knuckles together. And then straightening out through the arms. Keep the knuckles together at all times if you can. Pulsating the arms back in and out. You should feel a nice stretch in the forearms. And then rolling the wrists out, creating little circles, spinning the wrist to the left, and then to the right. Prepping the wrists for our practice. Face the wrists away, the fingers towards you, and plant the palms on the ground. Maybe gently draw some circles or bring a little bit of weight into the wrists. Bending the arms perhaps, one at a time. And then flipping the palms up, keeping the fingers towards you. And the same thing, some gentle movements on top of the wrists. Coming up onto the knees, lifting the hips away from the heels and placing the palm of your hand, fingers facing up on your sacrum. Roll the shoulders down the spine. Inhale as you push the hips forward. And gently come into a nice camel back bend. No need to push yourself here. It's just opening up through the heart space and rolling the shoulders down the spine. Option to look back if the neck allows, if it's comfortable. Exhale. Fold down towards the earth. Coming into a narrow child's pose. Bring the forehead to the mat. And hugging the heels with the hands. You can stay here for a couple of breaths. Really just grounding yourself. We'll find tabletop position. Shoulders stack above the wrists, hips above the knees. Inhale as you drop the belly and lift the chin up towards the sky. Exhale, curl the spine, look up at your navel. Inhale, looking up. This is our cow position. Exhale, round the spine into your cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, looking up, really lengthening through the crown of the head. Exhale, curl and round. Finding some intuitive movements here. Closing the eyes and finding whatever feels good, moving the spine in circles, in asymmetrical patterns, arriving in the body. Doesn't have to look or feel any certain way in particular. Moving with your breath. Sinking the hips back to the heels for a transitional child's pose. And then straightening through the arms, shifting the weight forward, stacking the shoulders above the wrists, and allowing the hips to melt down towards the earth. Heart opening, knees can stay on the ground. Exhale, sink the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Coming back through tabletop. Plug the right heel to the back of the room, straightening the leg. Inhale through center, exhale to the left, inhale through center, and then bring it to the right. So we're going to go for some rainbow kicks here. So you're making that rainbow-like bow, as if you're drawing a rainbow with your foot behind you. Activating the glutes and the core. Then straightening through the right leg, back through center. Option to lift the left hand up and back and try to grab onto the right ankle, opening up through the heart space. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Gently release, back through tabletop. And we'll find the other side. Plug the left heel back. Lift it up. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center to the left. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale lower. Moving in your own time. Trying to stay as active through the core as you can. Pushing evenly through both hands and shoulders. Just a couple more. And coming back through neutral. Option to reach the right hand back this time and grab onto the left ankle. Opening up through the heart. Gentle back bend. Looking forwards. Finding stability and balance. And then gently releasing. Sinking the hips back to the heels. Child's pose. Rolling the head side to side. Giving yourself another forehead massage. Should be nice and grounding. Humbling, nurturing. And coming back through tabletop. Tuck the toes, plug the heels, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. This first down dog, feel free to shift the weight from the left ankle to the right. Taking your dog for a little walk. Really opening up through the hamstrings. Finding some space in the body and in the hips. Maybe bending the knees and straightening them. Or coming up onto the heels or the toes. And then swapping. Take your left hand and reach back to the outside of your right ankle, looking under that right armpit for a little twisted downward dog. Then shifting back through center, swapping sides. Right hand to the outside of the left ankle, looking under that left armpit. Returning back to down dog. Walking the hands all the way back to the feet. Grabbing onto opposite elbow. And just falling over your hips. Finding ragdoll. Relaxing into the neck and the shoulders. Maybe gently swaying the torso side to side. Nodding the head, yes, I'm awesome. Or shaking the head, no, I won't let negativity get to me today. Then walking the hands back out into downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto the toes, and one vertebra at a time, rolling forward into high plank. Stacking the shoulders above the wrists. Shifting the weight into the right hand and coming onto the blade edge of that right foot. Opening up into side plank, lifting the hips high, activating through the top fingertips. Option to bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Lifting that knee high to the sky for a fallen tree. That top hand can come up and over towards the front edge of your mat. Then bringing the left foot back behind you, dropping the hips, exhale. Inhale, lift the hips, finding wild thing. Option to bring the hand to the heart. Use your breath. Exhale, returning to downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto the toes, roll forward, finding high plank. Opening up to the right this time. Coming onto the blade edge of your left foot, stacking the feet on top of one another, and opening up, lifting the hips, looking up at that top hand perhaps. Option for fallen tree again. Right foot comes to the inside of that left thigh. That top hand can come up and over, stretching out the right side of the body this time. Exhale, stepping behind you, hips lower. Inhale as you rise, finding wild thing. Inhale. Exhale, gently release, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, travel to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, lead with the heart. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, surrender. Inhale, arms sweep out and up, Urdhva Hastasana, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's go for a couple sun A's. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way out and up, looking up if you can. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step, jump or float, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, option to drop the knees, keep the elbows tucked in by the body, and lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way to the earth. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting up through the chest, relaxing through the glutes. Exhale, lower. Go for a couple more cobras. Option to bring the fingertips out and the elbows up, intimidation cobra. Inhale as you lift, relaxing through the legs. Exhale, surrender back to the earth. Elbows stay up. Inhale, rise. Moving with your own breath. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, plant the hands by the chest. Option to find up dog, lifting the thighs and the hips off the ground, rolling the shoulders down the spine, opening up through the heart. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, as you bend the knees, look forward, step, jump or float to the top edge. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, Urdhva Hastasana, looking up if the neck allows. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step, jump or float, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, open up through the heart space. Neck can come up and back if you'd like. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath. Let it go. One more breath. And release. Inhale, bend the knees, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Setting an intention for your practice. Inhale, arms sweep out and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step, jump or float, high to low, through your vinyasa. Inhale, roll the shoulders down the spine for up dog. Thighs lift. Exhale, pushing back, hips lift, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, right leg goes to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the foot towards the buttocks. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, tiger curl. Inhale, lift that right foot back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee comes to the left elbow. Inhale, rise, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee comes to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale, lift it back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then stepping that foot in between the hands. Inhale, arms rise to crescent lunge. Tuck the pelvis under, straightening through that back leg and trying to plug the left heel into the back of the mat. Roll the shoulders down the spine, create some space between the shoulders and the ears. Inhale. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Looking over the front fingertips, finding some depth in that front thigh. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears and down towards the earth. Inhale, flip that front palm and reverse the warrior. Nice stretch in the side body. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, stepping back through your vinyasa. Option for one-legged chaturanga if it's in your practice or if you'd like to invite it into your practice today. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, twist it across the body to the right elbow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, tiger curl, knee to nose. And then step that left foot between the hands. Rise on the inhale, crescent lunge. Palms face one another, fingers active. Straighten through that back leg, tuck the pelvis under. Engaging through the right glute. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Find your strength here. Find that happy spot, that Goldilocks spot. This is your warrior. You want to be able to fight here. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, stepping back through your vinyasa. Again, option for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Find that opening. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, step, jump or float to the top edge of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, finding Utkatasana, your chair pose. Palms face in, roll the shoulders down the spine, tucking the pelvis under and finding some depth in those thighs. Bring the weight into the heels, maybe spreading all 10 toes. Inhale. Exhale, hand sweep back, palms facing down towards the earth, rolling the thumbs out, coming up onto the toes, diver's pose, as if you're about to dive into a pool. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, come up onto the toes, find divers. Inhale to chair. Exhale, divers. Inhale, staying on the toes, root to rise all the way up. And then exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step, jump or float, back through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Let it go. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, holding crescent. Inhale. Exhale, tilt forward, find arrow pose. Palms come out, thumbs roll out and up, creating some space in the shoulders and tilting the torso forward over that front thigh. Inhale, lift the left knee into the chest, balancing on the right leg, finding stork pose. Lifting up through the fingertips, lifting up through that knee. Exhale, Dekasana, take flight, aeroplane pose. Left foot comes back, toes dorsiflex towards the earth. And we're going to create a T shape, side on. Inhale, back to stork. Exhale, find water dancer. So open out through the chest, hands come back, foot comes back up. Inhale to stork. Exhale, opening up to water dancer. Inhale up. Exhale, dance. Inhale up. Exhale, take the knee out and around, stepping back to warrior two. Looking over the front fingertips, settling into that front thigh. Inhale, hands come together, both toes face towards the left side of the mat. Then exhale as you sink down into the left thigh. Skandasana, right toes face up towards the sky. Hands can be a prayer, or they can open out and energize if you prefer. Trying to prioritize that left heel and keeping it flat on the ground if you can. Turning towards that left foot, coming up onto the toes on the right, and opening up the left wing all the way up towards the sky for a twisted lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, step the left foot to meet the right. Side plank for one breath. Exhale, top foot drops back. Inhale, lift the hips, option for wild thing. And then through your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge. One breath. Inhale. Exhale, tilt forward into arrowhead. Inhale, right knee comes into the chest, stork pose. Exhale, take flight, Dekasana. Right heel comes back, toes dorsiflex down towards the earth, tilting the chest forward so that you're horizontal with the earth. Inhale, back up to stork pose. Exhale, water dancer. Kick the heel back, open up the chest. Inhale, rise to stork. Exhale to dancer. Inhale up. Exhale, water dancer. Flowing like water. Inhale up. Exhale. Knee comes out and around, stepping back, finding warrior two. Moving as quietly and as gracefully as possible. Inhale, toes face the side of the mat. Then exhale, sinking down, Skandasana in the right knee this time. Left toes face the sky. Hands at heart space or energizing out to either edge of the mat. Turning towards your front foot and then opening up the right wing towards the sky, twisted lunge. Exhale, option to step that top foot back through a side plank and then stepping that top foot behind you, lowering the hips. Inhale, rising up, option for wild thing. And then through your vinyasa. Again, meeting in downward facing dog. So we're going to do that same flow, but twice on the same side. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it forward, moving with our breath. Inhale up. Exhale to arrowhead. Inhale, stork. Exhale, take flight, Dekasana. One breath. Inhale, back up. Exhale, 3 times water dances. That's 1. That's 2. Move with your breath. That's 3. Inhale to stork. Stepping quietly back, warrior 2. Exhale. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, left wing goes up towards the sky. Exhale, stepping through plank. Your variation, hips are lower. Inhale, rise, wild thing option. And then exhale through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. We'll go for the right side again. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between the hands. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, arrowhead, tilting forward. Inhale to stalk. Exhale, Dekasana. Inhale, stalk. Exhale, go for 3, 2. Last one. Exhale, quietly find warrior 2. Inhale, toes face the same way. Exhale, Skandasana. Bending into the left knee. Inhale, opening up the left wing, side plank. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale to wild thing, lift the hips. Exhale, through your vinyasa. Let's go for the left side. Inhale, leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. Inhale, rise to crescent. Exhale, tilt forward, arrowhead. Inhale, stalk. Exhale, Dekasana, take flight. Inhale, back to stalk. Knee comes to the chest. Exhale, open up through the heart and the hip, finding that water dancer. Go for 2. Go for 3. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hands come together. Exhale, sink down into the right knee, Skandasana. Inhale, right wing opens, twisted lunge. Exhale, transition through side plank, your variation. And then lowering the hips. Inhale, wild thing. Option to bring the hand to the heart. Exhale, through your vinyasa. You know where you're going now. See if you can close the eyes and move with the breath. Left leg. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, step it between the hands. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Exhale to arrowhead. Inhale to stalk. Find that balance. Exhale, aeroplane, Dekasana. Inhale, back up. Exhale, flow. Last one. Inhale, stalk. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, turn to the side. Exhale, Skandasana on the right. Left toes face up. Inhale, twisted lunge. Right wing peels up. Exhale, step through your side plank. Lower the hips down. Inhale, wild thing. Hand to heart. Exhale, through your vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step your feet to either edge of your hands, coming into Yogi Squat. Bringing the hands to your heart space and using the elbows to push the knees out, creating some space and some length through the spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hold. Option to stay here, or if you'd like to invite crow pose into your practice today. Lifting the hips up, planting the palms firmly into the ground, and then bringing the knees as high up into the armpits as you possibly can. Start to shift the weight forwards. Maybe you bring up one ankle or the other, maybe both. Then bringing the heels towards the buttocks, trying to straighten through the hands and look forward as high and as far forward as you possibly can. Maintain your breath. And then when you're ready, sinking back into Malasana, into your Yogi Squat. You can release the hands forward, creating a pistol with the palms and the fingers, and then rotating towards the right or the left, finding a stretch in the side body. And lifting the chest up, heel toeing the feet out a little wider. Hands can come to your knees. Gently just rotating the shoulders to the left and then the right. Inhale up through center. Heel toeing the feet back in. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, step forward onto the left foot. Left hand rises to the sky, kicking back and grabbing into the right foot with your right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, kick into the right hand with the right foot and the foot with the hand. Keeping the chest nice and upright, gazing over those front fingertips. Gently tilting forward, finding dancer's pose. Inhale, bring the right knee to your chest, stork pose. Exhale, right leg comes on top of the left. Option to wrap that foot around. And your left arm comes up and over, wrapping around your right, bringing the palms together. Garudasana, eagle pose. Then gently releasing, shaking it out. Maybe a quick forward fold, releasing into the hamstrings. Stepping onto the right foot, right hand reaches to the sky. Kicking back, grabbing onto your left foot with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dancer pose. Kicking into that foot with the hand and the hand with the foot, looking over the front fingertips. Becoming a little taller. Find a drishti point, a focus point over those front fingertips. Inhale, release, find stork. Exhale, left leg comes on top of the right, wrapping around. Right arm goes on top of the left, wrapping around, palms together. Roll the shoulders down the spine and lift the elbows up to shoulder height. Unwrapping, back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair pose, one breath. Exhale, sink the hips down towards the heels, onto your buttocks. Let's go for a cruise, Navasana, boat pose. Roll the shoulders down the spine, inhale. Exhale, lower to low boat. Inhale, back to half boat. Exhale, low boat. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Cultivating some core. Exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. And then gently releasing, lengthening through the spine, and then rolling down onto your back. Let's go for bridge pose, bringing the palms of the feet flat on the earth, tickling the heels with the fingertips, feet at hip width. Inhale as you lift through the hips and roll up the spine, one vertebra at a time, onto the shoulders, maybe rolling the shoulders underneath you. You can interlace the fingers beneath you and draw the hands towards the earth, lifting the hips up towards the sky, slight tuck of the chin towards the chest, relaxing through the glutes, and then releasing, rolling back down. Option again for another bridge pose, or if wheel's in your practice, feel free to push up into wheel. Fingers will be facing your toes, palms away from the body, into the earth. See if you can use your legs to create some opening through the heart space. So push the legs into the mat and find some opening through the shoulders. To release, tuck the chin towards the chest, bring the shoulders back to the earth, and release back down. Take the feet out to either edge of the mat, and then take both knees to the left and then to the right. And then rolling up onto the shoulders, drawing the knees into the forehead. Hands come to your sacrum, to your lower back. If you feel comfortable here, option to raise the feet up towards the sky, shoulder stand. Use your breath. Looking up at the toes. Trying to open up the hips, drawing the feet towards the front edge of the mat. And then when you're ready, coming back out the same way that you came back in. Knees draw to the forehead. And then option for plow pose, feet come up above you to the back of the mat, straightening through the legs. Or if you prefer, bending the knees around the ears. Hands can interlace and draw down towards the earth below you. Releasing, going for a couple of rock and rolls up and down the mat. And then transitioning back to downward facing dog, planting the palms, lifting the hips. Inhale, right leg rises. And then we'll sink down into pigeon pose. So that right leg comes in front of you, bending into the knee. Left leg goes back behind you. Gently look back if you'd like and make sure that the leg's straight out behind you. Option to bring that right hand behind you, grabbing onto the back side of that left leg, finding some opening through the heart space. Or simply lengthening through the torso. Inhale. And exhale, folding over that front leg. Coming into sleeping pigeon. We hold a lot of emotions in our hips. So staying here for a little bit longer can be really healing and therapeutic. Feel free to stay here for as long as you like. Using your breath to deepen into the hips. If you're ready and willing, walking the hands back up into the body. Planting the palms, tucking that back toe. And stepping back to three-legged dog, opening that hip once more. And then releasing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Dragging it forward. Finding pigeon on the left side. Trying to straighten through the hips. I like to again reach back with whatever leg's forward. Taking that same arm up and back, grabbing onto the outside of that thigh. Opening up through the chest. Or simply lengthening through the spine. Inhale. And then exhale, walking the hands forward, folding into sleeping pigeon. Relaxing the head down towards the earth. Relaxing into the pit of the belly, into the hips, and using your breath to create even more space and deepening in the pose. Notice any thoughts that come up and allow them just to wash away again, just like the waves in the ocean hitting the shore. Again, option to stay here for as long as you like, or crawling the hands back up to the body, tucking the toe, and lifting back up, three-legged dog. Exhale to down dog. And dropping the knees, sinking the hips. Go for a side bend. Right hand comes out beside you. Left hand comes up and over, palm facing down. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, swap sides. Exhale, back through center. Inhale, interlace the hands behind you. Draw the palms together and opening up through the heart space. Drawing the shoulders down the spine. Optional, lift the neck up and back. And then again, releasing. We'll find hero pose. So this can be quite an intense pose on the knees. If you know that you have issues with your knees, feel free to use a block beneath your buttocks, or simply just listen to your body and know when to stop. It should be a nice stretch in the quads, not painful on the knees. So shifting the weight forward, moving the feet apart so that there's enough room for your hips to sit in between the heels. Taking the palms behind you, fingers facing the body. Inhale as you open up through the heart space. Option to stay here, maybe coming down onto the elbows if you prefer. Or if you want an even deeper practice, you can come down fully flat, grabbing onto the outside edges of the feet with the hands, opening up through the heart space. Actively drawing the knees together for a deeper stretch, or just a different stretch. Notice the way that it changes the feeling in the body, in the quads, in the hips. And then using your breath to relax into the pose even deeper. Staying here for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, you can awkwardly and clunkily make your way back into a seated position. Shaking out the legs, straightening them out in front of you. We'll go for a reverse plank, planting the palms behind you, fingertips facing the body. Inhale, lifting up the hips, straightening through the legs, and creating some space in the heart. Exhale, release back down. Finding staff pose, inhale, arms rise above you. Exhale, folding forward into Paschimottanasana. Seated forward fold. Inhale, grab onto the feet, the shins, or a block, wherever's comfortable. Lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, fold. Come back through sitting, toes dorsiflex up towards the sky. And then turning sideways on the mat if you'd prefer, we'll find a seated wide leg forward fold. Feet come out to either edge of the mat, toes dorsiflex towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, take your right hand out to your right foot. Go for a bit of a side bend into the right hamstring. Back through center, and we'll go for the left. Just nice and gentle, not pushing anything too deep. Inhale back through center. Exhale, option to walk the hands out in front of you, folding forward. So you can round the spine here if you can't make it all the way down to the earth. Hang out and release the head and the neck, or folding all the way down as far as possible. Really feeling it in the hips and the groin. When you're ready, walking the hands back in, grabbing underneath the knees and drawing the palms of the feet together. Finding butterfly, inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, folding forward, using the elbows on the insides of the knees to create some depth and some space, plugging the knees towards the ground. And then releasing all the way onto your back. Go for reverse tabletop, making a 90-degree angle with the knees and the feet, and then taking your right leg on top and around of the left, cactusing the arms and allowing the knees to drop down towards the left-hand side. Looking over towards the right if you can. Prioritizing that right shoulder and seeing if you can bring it down towards the earth, grounding it into the mat beneath you. Inhale back through center, and we'll swap legs. Left leg comes on top, maybe wrapping it all the way around, just like you did in Eagle. And then dropping them over to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale back through center, untwisting the legs, and then lengthening out all the way, finding your Shavasana, your final resting pose, corpse pose. You made it. Relax the feet out to either edge of the mat. If you're used to doing a narrow Shavasana, feel free to take up a little bit more space today, coming out into a bit more of a starfish pose, like you would if you had a whole bed to yourself. Palms face up, energize, closing down the eyes, and really relaxing into the whole body. Go for a quick body scan, relaxing into the toes and the feet, into the shins and the knees, all the way up the thighs, into the hips, into the pelvis and the pit of the belly, through the chest and the shoulders, down the arms, into the fingertips. Can you relax through the eyebrows and the lips? Can you relax your nose and your ears? Can you relax out through the crown of your head, letting go of any tension that you're holding, any stress, melting into the mat and the earth below you even more with every breath, surrendering to Mother Earth, knowing that you're safe and she has you. Finding a natural breath, just noticing the way that you feel now compared to the way that you did at the beginning of class. Option to stay here for as long as you like, as long as will serve you best today. And when you're ready, bringing some awareness back into the body. Maybe gently rolling the feet and the ankles, the hands and the wrists, or rolling your head side to side. And going for a big body yawn, stretching the arms up above you and the feet all the way away from you. And rolling onto one side, finding the fetal position. It's a place of vulnerability, but it's also a place of birth and of rebirth, knowing that you can find this position at the end of any and every practice. You can cultivate new practices, new habits, rebirth to the soul. finding your way into a comfortable seat, rolling the shoulders down the spine, lengthening through the torso, out the crown of the head. Hands can come to heart space, closing down the eyes. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release. Another breath just like that. Inhale. Retain it at the top. Hold it. Exhale, release. Inhale, draw the hands and the thumbs to the third eye, looking up at that beautiful grandfather sky. May you have thoughts of wisdom and clarity. Take the thumbs to the lips. May you speak words of kindness and compassion. And take the hands to the heart. May you feel and give the love that you truly deserve. Thank you for showing up today, for sharing your practice and your energy with me, for giving that present to yourself, allowing yourself that space and time just for you, just for your soul and for your body. The love and light in me recognizes that same love and light in you. Together we say, Namaste.